Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with Channel Disturbance. This is a T26E5 and it's a Tier 8 American premium heavy tank. It's located on the southwest spawn of Arctic region and it's under the command of Filipperino. Okay, 2 marks on the barrel on this one. You've seen him in action in the T26E5 before, which is basically an upgraded version of a Pershing which has been turned into a heavy tank. Yep, they put more armour on it and given it good gun depression. It's still got a very good turret for hull down, and well, it's quite a good performer. It is a premium tank and they do 2 versions, one which is the Patriot, which actually has the American patriotic colours on it, and this one which is just plain. And I must admit I prefer the plain version. That's what I've got. And he was spotted there, so he gets 1 round off before he pulls around. The T34E5 goes into a position where, oh, and he's taking rounds from an AMD and bouncing them off the turret. And I suspect that AMD is in that spotting bush, the one that Klaus Kellerman found. Yeah, I'm pretty certain he's either in that bush or he's in the, yes, he was in the other one. We just saw where he was. In fact, he wasn't in the spotting bush. There is somebody in that spotting bush. He wasn't the one firing. The AMD was up north. And there's a shot from the M44. Only 230 hit points, but that's a non-penetrating shot, but it's still nasty. Okay, so we've just gone out of range of those shots. You can see where the rounds bounced off, even off the front plate. It's very well angled front plate. Okay, can he get shot on that T34? Yes, he can. Oh, and the T34 fired one back at him, and the 85mm round went in. Okay, well, Filipperino is going up this route, and it appears that the enemy heavies are a bit slow about getting around that corner. In fact, they've actually sort of like stopped at the pass. And so our Chrysler is already there, and we're joining him. Now this is kind of ideal for a tank that does well in a hull down position. We've got the Chrysler on our right to protect us, and we've got a nice round into the T32 there. And another one, 239. Now remember, this is a 90mm gun, standard APCR, damage of 240 alpha. Unfortunately, the Chrysler went down because he was being shot in the side, and well, we took a round in the tracks there, and we're in a hull down position now, but we just blocked a shot from a, well, it wasn't a block actually. We took 18 hit points of damage from an S51, and I suspect that's an S51 with the 152mm gun. And we don't really want to block this T29, but we need to get into a position so we can use that corner. And, well, Filipperino's decided he's not going to use that corner after all, and he's going to go round a different way. He's going to come up this angle here, use his gun depression and stay hull down on these guys. This is much better. Goes for the Emil. Gets a nice round into him. 214, low roll. T32's on the move. Goes for the Emil again. Tries to get the ammo rack in the back. The bustle at the rear. That's where you want to hit. Black Prince will easily pen him. Yep. Gets a nice round in. High roll. 245. Bounces another from the Black Prince, who just can't get through his armor, especially when he's hull down. LT432 coming up behind. Turning around. Gets one into his rear. 232. Turning to engage. Watching that Black Prince. Puts one into him. 238. So he's actually doing quite well so far. Only firing standard ammo. The M44 tracked him, but didn't really stop him. I think that was a miss, that shot. Okay, T29 still holding on, but only just. The Black Prince goes down. The LT432 goes down. T29 survives. And look, there's the wrecks of the other two. The T32. And was that the Emil as well? Yes, I think the Emil bit the dust as well. Okay. Well, it looks like the enemy heavies, all but one, the KV2 went to the north. They're all dealt with. We've got the SU-100 holding that pass. We're 3 tanks down on the enemy, but Filipperino has most of his health. And, well, he's not going to get any help from the T29, who's still holding that pass. So he's coming back to do what he can do. The enemy Progetto has wiped out our Arty. He took out the M44. The KV2 got our GW Panther. Now, this is going to be a bit difficult, actually. When he's auto-aiming onto that IKV, got to steel wall off that if he can survive. But he can go hold down on these ridge lines. Trouble is, there's so many enemies. IKV gets one shot, high roll. Goes for the T43. No, he gets a shell, even though it's a low roll. The AMD stopped in that bush, but we can still see him. Misses him on that shot. He's in that bush somewhere. We can't see him at the moment. It's going to be difficult getting close to him. Ah, there's the Progetto. It's the 46, the tier 8. He takes a round. We bounce around from the AMD. Progetto again. Yep, he takes a round again. 246. It looks like, was he tracked? No, I don't think he is. And the KV2 barges his way past us. And we're still engaging the Progetto, even though the KV2 is now alongside. We're going to have to turn and engage him. One into the engine bay, yes. Now we need to move to get behind him. His turret rotation is terrible. And we take him out. That's good. But we're now surrounded. Oh, and the AMD did get a shot into our rear. In fact, they were surrounding us. And that was the end of the game. But it was a very fast and furious game. So, unfortunately, it was a defeat. But let's have a look at the end of battle results and see where he stood. Oh, well, he got the third mark in that one. Yeah, even though it was a defeat, he still got the third mark. He got a first-class tanker, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 9. He got a fire for effect, and best of all, he got the high caliber. He dealt the most damage in that game overall, which, well, sort of expected because it is the T26E5. It's got a great 90mm gun. It just keeps pumping those rounds out really, really quickly. And, well, he was doing as much as he could, but he was all alone. And in the end, well, there was just too many tanks around him, putting holes into him. Let's have a look at team score. Yep, highest damage, 4,174 hit points of damage. Yep, the next highest scorer was the Progetto on his own team with 2,173. And after that, it was the T29 with 1,992. But they couldn't survive. The highest scorer on the enemy team was their LT432. Who managed to get 1,892 hit points of damage. But then you can see there's a number of tanks all work together to actually bring him down. And when it came to kills, yes, he's got the highest number, but he shared it with the T43 and the Progetto on the enemy team. Both got 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, well, the highest one was that T3485M on the enemy team with 898. But after him, it's Filipperino with 849. So he's the second highest on base alpha, base XP rather, in that game. Everyone else was below him. Even the T43, who came second on his team, was below Filipperino. And that's just testament to the fact he did put the effort in to win that game. 28 shots fired, 21 direct hits, 18 penetrations. He wasn't as lucky with the penetrations as he was in previous battles, and some of his shots didn't hit the targets. You saw he fired at the Emil on one occasion, missed, and yeah, the shell went sailing past him. 4,174 hit points of damage, all of it done at close range. 18 hits received from the enemy, only 4 of which were penetrations, 12 non-penetrations, and 7 hits as a result of splash damage. And I think some of that actually came from the KV2 as well. And some, well, a fair bit of it came from Arty as well. 1,720 hit points of damage was blocked, 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, and 702 hit points of damage assist. I think that may be spotting assist or damage assist. On a premium count, he earned 80,410 credits. He got 65,978 from personal reserves. And because he got an epic medal, he gets the Achievements Award. That's to equalise his score with that of the winning team because he got a Battle Hero medal. 7,560 credits for that. Total 197,933 credits. And during that battle, he was firing mostly standard APCR, which meant that his repair, ammunition and consumables were actually fairly low, which meant he actually made a huge profit from that game, 154,812 credits. 849 XP, 472 from the Achievements Award, 198 because this is a premium tank, and took home 2,180 experience points altogether. So congratulations on getting your third mark. But it wasn't really the way you wanted to get the third mark on a losing game, especially when you were surrounded by enemies shooting into every part of you. But at least you took down that KV2 just before you died, because the guy really had no scruples. He just drove straight past you, blasting you as he was going, whilst you were trying to deal with some really dangerous tanks. So yes, at least he went down first. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and we will have some more Super Unicum action coming shortly. Yes, we've got another video from Oppenheimer. Stay tuned.